Been at this for hours. You can do this, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Yo, Kita, what's your question? Come on.
Bird, do you want to bond with me?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to bond with me?
You know I do. Kita, what's your question?
Baby, can we bond right now? Yes.
Wait.
What?
Who told you to change the lyric? See, that's why we can't do it.
Come
I ain't doing it. Forget it.
Babe, no, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I'm out. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony. Okay.
Happy Black History Month! It's the first day of Black History Month. Welcome to Bonding with Bird. I'm Makita.
I'm Bird.
Oh my gosh.
And I am not necessarily as overjoyed as my wife is about Black History. I mean, I love when Black History Month comes around. Of course, you know, I'm not a hater of Black History Month at all. I'm not a hater of anything Black. However, I still am fighting for, and I want you guys to join me this year. We don't have to have February, the coldest month, the shortest month. We don't have to have that as Black History Month. There are months that are wide open that we can have. We can have August, nice and warm, summertime, we off. We get 31 days. There ain't another holiday for miles. No, matter of fact, there's another holiday right around the corner. It's Labor Day, but that's all right because by then we be finished, right, with our 31 days of Black History Month. What's up, Nina? How you doing, sweetie? I saw a picture of you and my nephew the other day, and I'm going to send it to you because I miss you guys. I love you. Anyway, so yes, I'm still fighting for that. However, we will celebrate Black History Month, this being the first day of it. So what I want to do is I want to give you a little information on a man that not many of you know. Okay, his name is Jefferson Franklin Long. Okay, that's him. All right, he was a Republican. Yes, he was, who represented Georgia in the 41st Congress. He was the first Black member to speak on the floor of the House of Representatives and was the only Black representative from Georgia for just over a century. He was born a slave in Knoxville, Georgia on March 3rd, 1836. Now, check this out. In his only speech to Congress on February 1st, today, right, in 1871, Long opposed a measure which would remove voting restrictions on ex-Confederate political leaders because he felt like these men still posed a threat to African Americans' political freedom if allowed to regain power. His opposition failed, however, and the bill was approved by the House and 2 weeks later became law without President Grant's signature. Sound familiar? Wow. Sound familiar? Yes. So the very voting rights that we're continuing to struggle for and fight for now were given to Confederate politicians, okay, who were against the United States government. Sound familiar?
Wow.
Okay, you know, so listen, those who do not know their history are what? That's right, doomed to repeat it.
I knew that.
I know you knew that. That's, you know, listen, I just couldn't wait the entire show for you to come up with it. All right. But anywho.
So Biden.
Speaking of political people who are fighting against the machine.
He is going with his promise that he made when he was elected. He's going
to not smoke anymore?
No. So Justice Stephen Breyer.
Yeah.
Is that right? So he's retiring. And Biden said he's going to put a Black woman in there. And I think we have the speech of what he said specifically.
But let me say a few words about the critically important work selecting his successor. Choosing someone to sit in the Supreme Court, I believe, is one of the most serious constitutional responsibility a president has. Our process is going to be rigorous. I will select a nominee worthy of Justice Breyer's legacy of excellence and decency. While I've been studying candidates' backgrounds and writings, I've made no decision except one. The person I will nominate will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. And that person will be the first Black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court.
So he started off with the characters, characteristics of a person. And then he said it would be the first Black person. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go Black or white or any other nationality. You're supposed to go with the characteristics of the person because, that seat is a lifetime seat. And also, we never even, how many Black people are in there? Like, I think it should just be like representing everyone.
Two.
Only two.
That's
but not
right.
a Black female, right?
Okay, Black history. Yeah, but Black history. Who was the first one?
I don't know.
Not bad, but
good.
It's a place that you like to shop, where they have great deals. Not Ross and not TJ Maxx, but
Big Lots.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Johnny Good Big Lots. That was the first Supreme Court judge. Thurgood Marshall, you moot. Johnny Good Big Lots. Everybody will remember him. Yes, they will. Let's move right along.
Do not quiz me, okay?
Let's
do not quiz me.
Let's move along. Okay.
Okay.
So listen, in related news, police have responded to multiple bomb threats at HBCUs. Man, this is crazy. There were threats made to more than a dozen HBCUs over the past few days. The FBI is aware of the series of bomb threats around the country, and we are working with our law enforcement partners to address any potential threats. Amongst those that were threatened were Southern University, Albany State, Bowie, Howard, Delaware, Bethune-Cookman, Kentucky State University, Xavier University in Louisiana, over in New Orleans. Man, just
the list goes on.
It's a who's who. It's a who.
But do you notice that like there's bomb threats during Black History Month? Did you ever make that correlation?
Well, seeing as how this is the first day of Black History Month, I don't know if we can make that correlation yet.
Yeah.
We'll know next week. Tune in.
Okay.
Anyway.
So we have a lot of
we don't tell the news, we tell the olds.
We have a lot of people committing suicide. And it's just like it's overwhelming because it started off with Regina King's son. Then it went to the young man,
Michael Madsen's son,
right?
The guy from the Quentin Tarantino movies. And then we had somebody named Moses Mosley.
He's on The Walking Dead.
This young man, he's from The Walking Dead. Please. Okay. Let me. Okay. All right. Okay. But the latest one is probably I'm sorry, they're all bizarre. They all have, okay, let's take a moment out here to talk about suicide because, there are those who think suicide is shameful, that you've given up, you've usurped God's position in your life, and they say that it is the unforgivable sin. But I maintain this, that especially in these times, these are the days that try men's souls and try women's souls, and it's so much. There's so much going on. There's so much that we're facing that people. Suicide has been called a permanent answer to a temporary condition.
Yeah.
Okay. And so at some point, folks must feel despair, and they must feel like, yo, man, I'm just, you know what most suicide victims say in their notes to people? What? I'm tired. And that's a hell of a statement, you know, especially nowadays. And you all out there can relate to being tired, man. You know, sometimes you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired,
Right.
and you want peace. That's why peace is more important than anything else. The Bible says, "Better peace with a crust of bread than a feast in strife."
Yeah.
You know, I would rather have nothing and have peace than have everything in the world and have strife in my life. So, you know, listen, if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling the despair and stuff like that, we're going to post a number, a national number, that a hotline that you can get in touch with and hopefully talk to somebody.
And also, you know, like, talk to your friends and your family. Like, a lot of them don't really want to say anything because, you know, you're not asking the questions. How are you? You know, like, start with that. How's your day? Right. You know, like, and just get more personal with them.
Remember, we have more ways of communicating than ever before.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
Right, and we communicate less. How is that? Those are the paradox of our time. So listen, utilize everything that is afforded you today, you know. And thank you, Joey. Thank you for putting that up, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. But there's so much that so many ways that we can communicate with each other. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. You know, a cry for help is a cry for help. But if it's not ever uttered, then how does anybody know that you need help? All right. So, you know,
so
but
on to the other.
Wait a minute, but we didn't talk about the last suicide.
Yeah.
You know, and this was bizarre, man.
Oh my God. I'm freaked out by her death because her name is Cheslie Kryst. And she won you would have thought that like her life was perfect, but she jumped to her death on the she lived in a high-rise building on the ninth floor. Mm-hmm. No, on the 9th floor. But then the last person saw her on the 29th floor where like the terrace is, and she jumped. And she left a note. Everything goes to her mother. And this was a cryptic Instagram post that she actually posted. May this day bring you rest and peace. It's kind of cryptic, you know, because
rest from the untired, peace which surpasses all understanding. She wanted peace. Well, and wow.
Well, also, like, a friend of hers speculated that it was like due to her career moves, because like she was like Miss USA, she was a correspondent for Extra, she was doing all those different things and stuff, and also being a what do you call them, like socialite or whatever. But they wanted her to go to law school, and also she was going through like sexuality issues and stuff because she was probably a closeted lesbian. So yeah, I don't know, but it's really sad. And out of all people, like, you think they got it all, you know, don't worry about other people, you know, don't worry about what they put on their Instagram, their Facebook, or anything like that. You don't know what anyone is going through, you know, because you could have it all and it could be gone tomorrow. It doesn't mean anything.
True that. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is
because shift gears, because that's really just sad.
She's so gentle with that. Yeah, you know, I'm so sad. But in the lighter side of the news,
Rihanna's pregnant. I told you.
I was thinking to myself, what could turn this situation around? And Rihanna's pregnancy was the thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for them. I told you guys. Well, you guys told me to say allegedly, but when she went to Barbados, I guess she like got an award or something. But she had a small.
She got more than an award. Shots fired!
Bang, bang, bang. She had a little bulge, and I'm just so glad that they're pregnant, because like they were in Harlem.
So much better that she's pregnant than just fat.
By A$AP Rocky. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be so like.
Hey kid, did you know your father's a sap?
Wait, what?
A$AP Rocky.
Yeah. Got it.
Your father's a sap. That's right. That's right.
Well, you know, Drake is mad. But you know, it's funny how
Drake is mad.
Yeah. because he was in love with her.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing like, like you can have like guys.
Chris mad too?
Of course he's mad.
Oh, so they all
No,
mad.
no. And all the other guys that liked her. But, it's funny how, like, tell me if you guys agree with me. It's funny how, like, you could move on, but then when she moves on and actually really moves on, gets married or has a baby and stuff like that, like, y'all just sick to your stomach. And y'all never,
Are her and A$AP Rocky married?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
I'm just saying.
I was just curious. You mentioned, moving on and,
Anyway, did y'all see Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation documentary? Control.
Now I'm all grown up.
I didn't even know like her whole story. It was so good. Did you guys like it?
Man, it was pretty deep.
And we were discussing last night that we actually liked
So
like,
my wife and I, we have to do the stats on it. We have to find out the stats on it. But she agreed with me that I think that there are more Janet Jackson songs, dance songs especially, that I like as opposed to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Michael Jackson solo, because if you add in Michael Jackson with the Jackson 5, forget about it.
Yes.
All right. But in solo career, I think that Janet may have outnumbered him in regards to and on top of that, her stuff always seemed more accessible to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Michael would just do like impossible moves, but Janet would do some funky moves that you could do at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I didn't even.
People love the word today. All you look for anyway.
See that?
We are a part of the Rhythm Nation. Like.
Anyways, but Jermaine Dupri, do you know that Jermaine Dupri cheated on her?
The funny part is
who does that to Janet Jackson?
Is there anybody else out there you understand? Like when they look at Jermaine Dupri and Janet Jackson, you go, hey?
But honestly, like it's crazy because she was married twice before that, right? And she said in the documentary that they all had a drug problem. Well, now she goes to Jermaine and he has a cheating problem. But you know what? Honestly, Beyonce was cheated on by Jay-Z.
99
right?
problems.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all have like the one who is idolized by everyone.
Something. Here's something that I don't know if you understand. Okay, but I have a feeling that women the world over don't understand that the cheating isn't problematic. It isn't indicative of a problem with the woman.
Okay.
It is a character flaw that is built into men. Wait. Ladies, chime in here when you can. All men are dogs.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Well, hold on.
That's not the point. You said Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you there ain't nobody above being cheated on, because the problem is not with the woman. The problem is with the men. Halle Berry cheated on who?
No.
Halle Berry cheated.
Halle Berry was cheated on.
Oh, she was cheated on? Yes.
Yeah. All the great looking performers, like they're all like cheated on. And I'm just like, how did you cheat on her? You know?
How is she above being cheated on? Because she's Beyonce?
Yes.
Because she's perfect.
No one's perfect. Well,
so nobody's above being cheated on.
Well, the ironic thing is that he said this. He said, girls wanted to talk to me more because he was dating Janet Jackson. And he was like,
I'm just a man.
I'm a man.
Hello. I'm
Shame
sorry.
on you.
Did I just
Shame
say
on
that?
you.
Did I
Shame
just say
on
that?
you.
Listen, I took the blame for all the guys. Who's that? And they had a documentary about Wendy Williams too on Lifetime.
Yeah, that was a good documentary.
Was Janet's on Lifetime or was Janet's on A&E? Or are A&E and Lifetime the same channel?
I thought it was on Lifetime because then
it kept being advertised. It kept being advertised on Lifetime. Maybe because A&E's ratings.
No, but
aren't
I
that-
recorded it on Lifetime. But I did notice that it was on A&E.
Right.
So that's weird.
Maybe A&E produced it and they showed it on Lifetime. I don't know.
All right, y'all. So
Good for Janet. I would have left too. Nobody deserved to be disrespected.
that part. That part.
Yes, of course. No. We're not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm just
saying,
shocked because
I'm
you
not.
know he looks like a little troll, and she's like
I'm
beautiful.
not.
Anyway.
Troll or not, you understand? He's a man.
Anyways,
Okay. All right.
So,
y'all don't want to hear me on this, and that's okay.
We going
That's
to
okay.
the Super Bowl.
Who going to the Super Bowl?
We going to the Super Bowl.
Who is we?
Well, they're
I
coming to
live
LA.
here. I
They're
live
coming
here.
to LA.
Yeah,
The
I
Rams
live here.
won
Yeah.
last night. Well,
Okay.
on
Okay.
Sunday. Okay.
Okay. One game does not a fan make. She went a few weeks ago to a Rams game. We went to SoFi. We saw it for the first time. Fantastic arena. I mean, absolutely fabulous. And we were up in one of the boxes and all that kind of stuff and had a great time.
Mhm.
But somebody else, some other folks was in the box. Now recognize this fact that they were up until a few days ago, actually,
Right.
they were talking about the possibility of
Of moving
moving the
to
Super
Texas.
Bowl to Dallas, Texas,
Yep.
okay, where things are a little more, liberal, at least
Well, they
in
don't have to wear
regards
masks.
at least in regards to COVID, But look who was at SoFi this past Sunday. Yeah, enjoying themselves.
And
Maskless.
the girl, if you look all the way behind, nobody seems to be wearing a mask at all. Not Magic Johnson, not Governor Newsom.
None of the three
Not
people that
even-
you can see.
Yeah,
So-
not even the three people that are sitting behind me.
So here's the deal. Here's what I don't understand, babe.
Mhm.
If you are a politician who is promoting masking and being safe and social distancing and all of them,
Mhm.
washing up and all those good things, right?
Yeah.
Right? How do people like AOC, getting busted in Miami without her mask on?
Right.
Gavin Newsom, who I think he's a good governor. I think he's well versed in being in governing the state of California.
Yeah.
But doesn't it occur to you that as long as there are cameras out there, there's going to be a chance that you are going to be seen as a hypocrite if you are maskless at a restaurant or
Honestly, I feel like, okay, so I'm going to be very honest with you guys. So
we didn't have a mask on.
Yeah, honestly, we didn't have our mask on because the stadium is open. But I mean, it's so hard to gauge. And then when you
Wait a
go
minute,
into
if
a
the stadium
restaurant-
is open, why were they considering moving the game to?
Well, I don't know
Dallas?
why they were considering moving the game to Dallas because
That is
it's an open
strange, right?
stadium and it was cold. It was cold.
Well, it's not really an open stadium, is it?
Well, yeah.
It has a roof over it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It has a roof over it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not gonna argue with this over here. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm gonna look that bit of information up while you go ahead with the next story.
Okay, so Lori Harvey, this beauty, who has a skincare line, Twitter is saying that she's premature aging, and yeah. So this. Throw the second picture. Throw the first one up again, and then throw that other one back up. So it just looks like, in my eyes, that she actually is working out. Because you know how when people work out a lot, then their faces start to get a little chiseled. I just think, but listen, it's very important for y'all to not be taking your cues from young people, because these people, Kylie and Sophia Richie and what's her name? Damn it. What's her name?
Damn it, Jackson.
No. Help me out. Bella Hadid. Yes. So this is a picture of them before. Now they're like 16 here, right? Kylie, Bella, and Sophia. Now this is a picture of them now. And they're like 19, 20. The oldest probably like 21 here. So it's like, and obviously, how old do you think that they look? Throw out a number, y'all. How old do they look? Because I'm just curious of why these girls are getting, like, why are they messing with their faces? I know why Kylie messed with her face, because, you know, she became a billionaire after selling all that lipstick product. She just plumped up her lips, but she did a lot of stuff. Like, they do like their chin and all that stuff. They do their chin. Hey, Paula. You know, like, they do stuff to like their face and stuff. I just don't understand. Like, but then, okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so it has a roof. Anyway,
but did you see their
back
faces?
now.
Did you see their faces?
Yes, I saw their faces.
So
okay, so you know, it's like the woman who died and wound up going to hell, and before she went, you know, she made a call to God, and she said, Lord, you know, I was very good. I didn't do anything. I didn't, you know, I didn't sin, and I believed in you. I prayed to you and everything like that. You know, how could you send me to hell? Why didn't you bring me to heaven?
Okay.
He looked, and God said, I didn't recognize you.
That's
be
horrible.
careful. You better be
That's
careful.
horrible.
You better be careful with all that work.
But also, I understand where older people, you know what I mean? Like, so I understand if you want to get your
gone
stuff
from tattoo to implants. Sad. Yes, that's right. Good.
Right. So young people are doing all this stuff to their face, not being recognizable, trying to look older, and then older people are trying to look younger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this.
So
okay, now if you look at the circle in the middle, okay,
this
that is Meredith, somebody or other.
Maker.
Okay.
Something.
And just keep messing up their names. But Meredith from the Housewives of Salt Lake City. All right. And that's her. The crazy part is we were looking at her on my wife loves to watch it. And we were looking at her on the Housewives series. And then after the Housewives series, she was on Andy Cohen's show, right? And
but I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. Show it again, Joey.
Image.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner. Do y'all agree? Like, yo, that was actually scary.
Yep. Cheek implant here, a little nip and tuck there, you know, give me some lip shots. And you know, and so that's what happens is that I think I've come to the conclusion that older women, much older women, who get all these injections and get all that stuff done to their face, okay, they wind up looking like women who used to be men. I'm sorry, but I didn't listen. I just spoke the facts.
All right, y'all.
I just spoke the facts. Hold on.
So how many of y'all would like to work a 4-day work week? I know I do. Would you? Well, you ain't.
I'd like to work.
25 years.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's two companies, okay? Two companies, Panasonic and Bolt, which is like, so let me tell you what Bolt said. What if we worked like lions, like the king of the jungle? People can operate with short bursts of energy, high intensity, and then rest and recover for the next sprint. Then Panasonic wrote, freeing them to take side jobs, right? Volunteer or just relax. And also promote retraining, attracting talent, and increasing work productivity. And honestly, I like, think about it. When we go away, right? And I used to work for Judge Judy. Wouldn't I always take Fridays off?
Sure.
Because like, how do you do anything? Like you, and also half the companies are also just giving Friday off anyway. So like, you work your best. First of all, I keep saying first of all. Why is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, so
And second
if you
of
work,
all,
if you work a whole week, right? You're tired on Saturday, so 9 out of 10, you're not going to do anything. You're going to get your body rejuvenated, and then you actually can only enjoy Sunday, and then it's back to work. I think that's a great idea.
Okay, careful what you ask for because you might just get it.
I would love it.
Good for you. I believe one, it depends on what you do for a living. Also, you got to figure, 5 days a week. I know where people at. You know what I mean? Where was he? He should be at work. But guess what? Knock out one of those days. It's like, I have no idea where he's at. You understand?
But it gives other people.
When he committed that murder, he should have been at work. But
throw those comments up, Joey.
But what you got there? 8 hours a day or a 10-hour a day? Yeah, see.
I love to work 4 weeks. 4 work weeks.
12-hour days, 3 days off. That
that
works for
amazing.
Me. That works for me.
Firefighters do 10-hour days before.
Firefighters do it as long as you get the work done.
First of all, we should be working from home. Like, there's no reason to go into the office, because I could do my work exactly fine from home and get everything done when I want it, when I want to. If I'm a night owl, I could get my work done at night. If I want to sleep late, I could sleep late. Like,
and then they complain, like, we never go anyplace anymore. Yeah.
Anyways, last topic before our guest.
So this last one. Okay, so have you guys heard that Minnie Mouse is getting a makeover? Okay, and here's what it looks like. On the right is Minnie in the traditional garb that she's had for the past, 70 years. Okay, and on the other side is Minnie in the proposed new outfit. A little pantsuit, a little funky and stuff like that. Still got the gloves, but she's looking pretty good. All right. Now, I don't know how many of you agree or disagree with the tonsorial aspect of it, but Candace Owens, who I can always depend on to say something really bizarre and really off the wall, is arguing against Minnie Mouse wearing the pantsuit. According to Candace, Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit is an attempt to destroy fabrics of our society. Okay, that's all that deserved, and we're moving on.
All right, you want to introduce our guest?
Sure. Where is my paperwork on our guest? You know what? I will merely. So, ladies and gentlemen, the woman who is coming up here is an icon, and I don't say that easily. She is fantastic. She is an R&B singer, songwriter, best known for her 1986 R&B hit, "As We Lay." That's right. Yeah, that. And for her vocals with Zapp and Roger on the hit single "Computer Love." Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, if you would, for Miss Shirley Murdock.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you both?
Thank you. First of all, we're great. It's an honor to have you here. And I'm just, okay. So I was listening to your song "As We Lay," and I was just like, I was 2 years old when it came out. Okay. So honestly, I was like, I know this song. And then I was like, let me find the remix to this. And Kelly Price did it. So that's how I know the song. And you were also in the video. So I'm just like, oh my God, this is a hit. So
that's right.
And when I did it, it was a remake. So a lot of people don't know that.
Oh,
There was a group that Roger Troutman, who was my producer,
mhm.
he's the gentleman that discovered me, God rest his soul. But he had a group that he produced called The Human Body, and it was three gentlemen. It was Ray Davis from P Funk. You know, everybody that song Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay
Yeah.
Yes,
and Lord,
yes.
that's Ray Davis. Billy Beck from the Ohio Players, and
Billy
Larry
Beck.
Hatcher, who is a horn player for the Horny Horns of P Funk. So those gentlemen, they actually did that record. It was on Bearsville's record. So they did it first. And it was sung from a man's, perspective. And when I was approached to do it, I was like, well, first of all, I ain't down with this cheating thing. Okay. And I'm straight out the church, right? I said, okay, the only way that I can, because to me, it sounded like a celebratory song of infidelity. So I didn't want to sing a song like that. So I said, I'll sing it if you let me add these lyrics. And what I added was, we should have counted up the cost, but instead we got lost in the second, in the minute, in the hour. Before you lay, somebody need to pray. Can the church say amen? So I'm like, hey, we got to fix this thing, because
Oh,
people learn lessons.
Man,
They learn
okay,
lessons of
because I
everyday
looked
life.
on.
But you
Wow.
have to, you have to make some sense out of this thing,
There you go. There you go. They say when everybody's acting a fool, somebody got to make sense, right?
Come on.
oh my God.
I love that. I love that. Because it's funny the songs over the years that we have celebrated infidelities and little innuendo things that happen in relationships. But
Life. That's life,
Right. Me and Mrs. Jones, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be
and
right.
saving all my love for you. Secret lover.
Oh my God.
So, somebody said, what is it? What's the ultimate breakup song? Now I'm craving your body.
You better sing, Bird.
but people don't understand. They say, you know what? They sing that song at weddings, and that's a breakup song.
Right.
Song,
But hey, it's a song. It feels good. It sounds good, and people love it.
Well,
And one thing about a
I gotta
classic
tell you,
that lasts forever.
That song will live forever. It'll live in infamy,
Yes.
and I'm so glad that you explained
It's
to our
amazing
audience,
because it's still, even today, all these years later.
What happened to her?
No. Oh.
Okay, you're back.
Okay. Oh, I was saying that even today, that when I talk to radio personalities, they say it's still one of the most requested songs on their playlist. It's just a song that will not die.
Listen, it's great to be that person that sang it, right?
That's right. That's right.
And that I must say is the major part of that, because there are songs that people don't know that Respect was originally written and sung by Otis Redding.
Otis Redding, right.
But Aretha got hold of it and
she took it and never gave it back.
And so as we lay, I'm so glad that it landed in your lap and that you were gentle enough to take it and say, hey, listen, let's put some things in there that will give people
that'll help somebody
and help somebody.
And what was really interesting is that the follow-up on the next record was a song called Husband. And some people thought, we talk, Shirley singing about getting somebody's husband. I said, no. The song says, I'm a lady with class. I know my desire will pass. This will not occur. You're that lady's husband. So I'm letting you go. So, if you found yourself in that as we lay situation, now here's a song that will help you make a little better. Do a little bit better, have a better outcome, and everything. So to give you something to think about and to make good choices.
Right. So now the other thing that our audience may not know is that Computer Love. You are not only singing on that song or originally sang on that song, mm-hmm. right? Because I understood that there was like a shift in who was doing the the ad libs and stuff, and the singing vocals on there. At one point, was it Charlie Wilson, then Charlie Wilson, or how did that happen?
Well, there's been a lot of metamorphosis with
Or metamorphosized?
Yeah, right. And so on the original song, actually, I co-wrote the song with Roger.
Right.
It was a song that Roger was kind of feeling like at that time that people might have been a little tired of hearing the talk box. And my husband, who was and still is the music director for Zap, said, well, no, man, maybe just try, put a little different spin on it. Maybe how about a song, a love song between computers? And so he went in and put in the track, and which kind of like got the idea from a song that he did off the Sugarfoot record called "I Will Be Your Star." It's got that beat that still
Right.
lives today.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
So Roger put in Dale laid down the track. Roger came in, add some more music in the talk box, and then Charlie Wilson came into town and was listening to it. And one thing about an artist, when the music sounds good, you just want to sing on it. So he started singing.
Right.
So I'm told that Roger just covered Charlie's mouth and said, "Wait, let me get everything ready," because he wanted to record it. So everything that Roger did, if Roger said "computer love," Charlie said computer love. He just repeated everything that Roger did because there were no verses at that particular time. Then later, Roger and I went to our rehearsal hall and started crafting the verses for Computer Love. And so, man, the things that Charlie did on there was c'est magnifique. And so that was the first version. And then I did the I've been searching for someone, just singing along with the talk box, and I want to love you, baby. So little things like that, But then and then we did a version with me singing, and then Charlie came back and did one, and so I remember being on the Tom Joyner cruise, and this is after Roger passed away, and Charlie did Computer Love, and he called me out to come do it with him. And even when Roger was still living, when we would go to LA, if Charlie was there, he would just listen. You can't do the song without Uncle Charlie now. So but it was just amazing. I love him. I remember when I was in Zap, I became a Gap fan. You know what I mean? With all those wonderful songs, all those wonderful hits. So to have an opportunity to be with Roger Troutman and also Charlie Wilson, I mean, a girl just, hey, I'm in heaven.
You are such a phenomenal talent, and to have that giving spirit, and to be able to share, is something that's sort of missing nowadays. What do you think about the music today? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the romance is missing, and
I'm with you on that. I think that what's missing in the airways today is we grew up with songs that created romance. We had lyrics like "Bet you by golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever." There's a spark of magic in the lyrics. I mean, I remember being a little girl, tears coming down. I didn't have a boyfriend, wasn't even thinking about a relationship, but the lyrics were so poignant. They were just so powerful. It moved me to tears. I'm like, "Bet you by golly, wow." My gosh, it really hit me. And I mean, songs like Aretha, great artists like Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, all that soulful singing. I love singers, and I grew up listening to them. They were really my teachers back in the day because, I never studied formally, but I know that this is a gift from God. And I listened to the people who were doing what I wanted to do, and I learned and I gleaned from them, and I mimicked. I thought I was Aretha Franklin, baby. I throw my head back. Don't send me no doctor. With all those people. I was 9 years old. I said, "Baby, now, baby, you don't know. I know you don't know what you're singing about, but you sound like you do. So why don't you leave that alone till you get grown?"
Right.
But isn't that amazing?
Yes, we need to put the romance back, for people to remember, and they can fall in love to our records. And that also makes classic songs because you remember where you were, what you were doing, who you were with when you first heard that song. And so I think if we put that back, I think the music today is a little too sexual, overtly sexual, but they leave no room for the imagination. The imagination is a strong thing, and a song can become personal when you can relate to it in your own mind and in your own relationship. So I think if we can get some romance back into the music, I think that would create classics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
with today's artists, is there anybody that you would want to collaborate with?
I think I love Neo. I love Usher. I would love for the girls to get together. I would love to do something with her. I would love to do something with they're just so I still love Jennifer Hudson, J Hud.
Oh yeah.
I still like, I'm still old school. So I love Mariah Carey, and I still love Stevie Wonder. I would love to do something with Stevie Wonder. I grew up listening to Stevie, and I would love to do something with Lady Gladys Knight. I mean, they're my heroes. Those are the people that I would really most love to collaborate with, and it would just be a dream come true for me.
Is there anything on the horizon that we can look for?
Well, I just did a collab with a artist, a Southern soul artist by the name of Cupid. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the song called the Cupid Shuffle. A lot of people do those two steps.
Hello, it's at all parties.
Cupid and I did a song called Two Step on My Haters. Okay, everybody got a hater out there, but instead of reacting, negatively to what people are saying, and it's really not what people say about you. It's really not what people call you. It's what you answer to.
Yeah.
And so, but this song's like, I'm just gonna two step on my haters. That's what I'm gonna do. So, whatever your two step is, a lot of people, they might do that. There are a lot of people who go, like, especially like in Chicago, different places like that. They do the two step. But listen, you might be a Christian. Your two step might be cutting the stuff, giving your praise to the Lord. So whenever the devil comes around, just do your two step on your haters. How about that?
Wait. So is Big Rob producing that?
No, actually, Cupid did. I've done some things, but Big Rob is like my little brother. He came out of the Zap camp.
We had him
on like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when he calls me, he go like, "Okay, I need you to put a vocal on this song." There's a song he has called "Mama Song." I'm on that. I probably do like maybe four or five songs on whenever Big Rob calls. His big sister is coming. Because we're family.
What was his last song? Blues and Barbecue.
Rob he's found his niche. He has a way of really telling stories, like everyday stuff, that people can really relate to. And that's so that's
wonderful,
Yes.
because I know one thing. After I finished listening to Blues and Barbecue, I was hungry, but I was so full.
Yeah, right. He's got a song called Family Reunion that I really, really love. And I'm gonna have to remake that bad boy.
Yeah. Wow,
he's a great songwriter and just a great person. And Cupid, I met him because sometimes when I do shows, sometimes I might be a part of the Southern Soul package, and I had a chance to meet him, and we talked, and he wanted to do something. I was just really honored that these young people want to do something with you. I don't take those things for granted.
Well, there was somebody else that we had on that I'm going to call both of you because I would love to hear you do something with Will Downing. And
there you go. Yes, that would be absolutely awesome.
Well, I am currently involved in what my wife calls a bromance with him because we both
you're in a bromance with Will Downing, right? I understand.
and I'm gonna definitely throw your name in there because he's the type of cat he'd be like, "Yo, man, let's do it."
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, "Yo, man, let's do it."
That's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm telling Shirley, say, "Yo, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll let you, girl."
I'm down. Call me. You can just call me. I'll be glad to do it. I'll be honored.
You have such a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Gift from God.
So how could your fans get in contact with you? Are you on any social media and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. I have a Facebook fan page, and I'm also on Twitter. That's at Shirley Murdock. And I'm on Instagram at Shirley Murdock, the number 4 real, REAL. And have a YouTube page as well. And listen, I have been enjoying you guys. I checked y'all out. Y'all are so funny. Y'all crazy, okay? And you have a good time, and people can tell that it's authentic. One thing about authenticity, you can't fake it. We can tell that you enjoy being around each other, so we enjoy being in your company and watching you make it do what it do.
It's something when your partner make you. Well, first, what I would like you to do is tell your husband, because I'm sure we met in Sacramento. In
Okay.
fact, I know we met in Sacramento when Zach
Okay.
was up there. Tell him I said hello. All right. Give that brother my love.
I will.
Tell him keep doing what he's doing to keep
I
that smile
will.
on your face.
Oh
And
yeah,
thank you for-
we'll be married for 34 years in June.
Man,
Yeah, I met him.
That's all
He
right.
was
That's
we
all
were
right.
both two church kids in the music business.
Look at
And
that.
we just had that common ground, and we just became great friends, and it blossomed out of that. We have a beautiful son who's 29 years old, and he's my road manager after he got out of college, and then he went back to grad school. So, but God's really blessed me with a wonderful family. We're a part of a wonderful ministry, an online ministry called prayingforyou.org that really started with just using the teleconference line and having Wednesday prayer at noon, from noon to 1 Eastern Standard, and it grew into like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. It grew into Sunday worship. So anybody want to get in touch with us, it's the prayingforyou.org, PRAYING, the number and then YOU.org. So we put a lot of postings, encouragement, because people need a word, because people are going through so much. We're going through this pandemic, and we just need a positive word and prayer. Honey, I don't know. Nobody don't need prayer, So we got these prayer warriors on the line ready to pray for you and put our faith with your faith to trust God for the answer.
There you go. Fervent prayers of the faithful availeth much. So
that's right. You better preach it, preacher.
No, that's just a testimony.
We all got one, right?
Well, thank you so much, Shirley, for gracing our show, and we would love to have you back on to sing.
I'd love to.
You can hang here anytime.
Thank you. I had a great time.
But we call it home.
Thank you. You make everybody very comfortable too. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Shirley.
Okay, love.
It's a joy.
Shirley Murdock, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh, she's so nice.
Oh man. Just to have that humble spirit and
absolutely.
and that phenomenal talent
wrapped
up in one person.
She was just singing, oh my God.
I know. I know, it's and you don't want her to stop.
I know.
Hey, good. Take it over. We ain't doing nothing.
All right, so it's time for Tinking Tuesday. All right. What you got for us, man?
Yo, this Tinking Tuesday, I gotta tell you now, it actually happened to me this past Saturday. Take a look. Hey y'all, welcome to Bonding with Bird in this special edition of Tinking Tuesday. So, my wife and I are in the parking lot of this fine hotel establishment, fine chain of hotels they run. It's usually we have a good experience, but today, for some reason, we decided to get here early, and we checked in 2 hours early. Yeah. Well, I was informed by the management that if I check in 2 hours early, it would cost me an additional $25, right, babe?
Right.
Okay. What we couldn't understand is, all right, the hotel and hospitality industry is already gypping us out of 4 hours, right? Because they have you checking at 3, right, but they want you to check out the next morning at 11. Mm-hmm. That's 20 hours. I don't know. Just help me out, babe. In the known universe, at least in our known universe, on our planet, how long is a day?
24 hours.
24 hours. Last time I checked, it was 24 hours. And the woman says, I said, well, wait a minute. No matter what, if I check in 2 hours early, you still owe me 2 hours. It's only 22 hours by the time we leave tomorrow. And she couldn't figure out any other answer, so she decided to let me check in early.
Yeah.
Right?
And waive the fee.
Yes. And I had to bite my tongue, in order to...
There's so much more to this, but yes. This is the short version.
This is the short version.
And we're in a pandemic, so
right.
And they already had the room open, available. So what is the deal?
You're part of the hotel hospitality industry.
And then
that's
she had
what
the nerve
you
to
do.
ask. She had the nerve to ask if we did the third party or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Since we
anyways.
went through a third party, since we went through hotels.com,
As
it made
if-
it
as
made
if it was a
made us
problem.
less than.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyways. We're
Tinking
just-
Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we had to record this one early. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's go in there and see if we have any trouble with the refrigerator and the microwave that they so nicely decided to let us have at no cost. I'm like, but there's one in every room. Bye. Okay. So that's what your Tinking Tuesday is about. How come in the hotel and hospitality industry,
Jay says they need 4 hours to clean.
Jay must work for the hotel and hospitality industry?
I don't understand.
Listen. You need 4 hours to clean, right? To take care of it and get everything ready, right? But shouldn't you give me some time on the other side?
So hold on. We know that there's 24 hours in a day. We already know that, the time is the check-in, but honestly, nobody's asking for early check-in. So for you to ask for $25, and it's already open, it's not even being used. We're going to go there, but very few people ask for early check-in. It should
Never
be
mind that bummerhead. If me leave the next morning at 9 o'clock, you're gonna give me a rebate? You're gonna give me some money back?
Oh Jesus!
Because I left 2 hours earlier than the 20 hours that you hear me? Oh, Jay, I'm sorry. You heard me? Was I too loud? No. No. Anyway, on the real side. That's just something to think about.
Like, we're in COVID, and honestly, you should just be happy that you have third parties trying to get people to your hotel. Okay.
And why did you sign up with the third party?
Right.
If you plan to treat their guests as anything but first party, that we're the party of the first part. Okay. The party of the third part is the party that hooked us up with the party of the second part so that we can make sure that we get everything done. But that's just me and how I think.
All right. So we're going to go to reality, keeping it reality. I don't know what's up with me today. Okay. So do you guys remember Chris, the a-hole from Married at First Sight? So I think we have another Chris. Her name is Alyssa. So Chris is on the left and Alyssa is on the right. Okay. Now, Chris was an a-hole. I'm trying not to curse. He was an a-hole from the very, very beginning. Okay. But Alyssa, she actually, when she was on, what was it, the after party or something like that?
Yes.
So she didn't go. She just explain it, please. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. You're doing fine. So the situation is that of the 5 couples that got married on this season of Married at First Sight,
Thank you, Martha.
Alyssa and what is his name? Mark? Oh, we're gonna say Mark. Okay. Alyssa and Mark seem to have a problem with each other. Now, Mark is a guy who signed up. He's not necessarily the most debonair guy in the world. He ain't necessarily the best looking guy in the world, but he's a decent dude, and he's not totally horrible.
Right.
Alyssa, on the other hand, is a pretty good looking girl. And she made it clear that before it started, but before she went down the aisle, that looks mattered to her a great deal. I hope his teeth are correct and all of this kind of stuff. And when she came down the aisle,
she was like this far apart from him.
Yeah. And then on top of that, she just, you could tell,
she wasn't having
everybody
fun.
could tell that she just wasn't into him.
Yeah.
And what she wound up doing was the night of their wedding, when you're supposed to go and you're supposed to
Sleep
you
in the
know,
same
sleep
room.
in the same room.
She opted out.
She said, Alan says she's a perfect hemorrhoid. Anyway, total pain. So, but this is what happened. This is what she signed up for, and then she went on a show that is
it's like After Party.
That
it's called.
you have to let me go ahead, because when you jump in like that,
sorry,
what happens?
Go ahead.
I get off the track. All right.
Go ahead.
So Keisha Pulliam Knight, okay, a name that you may recognize from the Cosby Show, Rudy, right, the little girl, is the host of Married at First Sight, the After Party, and they have 3 of the people who have gotten married. They have them sit down and discuss that week's episode. Well, Alyssa showed up, and she was there, and Keisha didn't pull any punches in asking her if you didn't intend on staying with your husband and doing the wifely thing, why did you even sign up for the show? And this chick got mad and got up and left. And Keisha in what had to be, as far as I'm concerned, the epitome of good taste and decorum, just looked and went, okay, we want to thank her for coming. And she told the other 2 guests, who, mind you, looked and went, we call BS on this. Okay, she's got some issues.
She didn't like what she had.
But hey, if you wanna know more about it, check out Married at First Sight. All right,
every Wednesday, 14, it's coming on tomorrow.
Every Wednesday night. You will get some good laughs and an education on how not to pick a mate. Anyway, so we wanted to leave you with this. Okay, we want you to, first of all, and you guys answered the call last week, to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for that. All right, and we want to leave you with this message that if you like what you see here, by all means, tell all your friends about it. If you don't like it, don't say nothing. Let them come here and get stuck the way you did. And last but not least, we want you to be blessed. And if you don't feel that you're being blessed, we encourage you to do what this young man did. Or not. We'll try it again next week.
See y'all later.
Thanks for being here. Get out.